I was going to show you that protein cookie dough blizzard looking PROYO thing that I posted on Instagram a couple times. A lot of you requested the recipe for that, so I'm going to go in and show you how I make that. And then I'm also going to try a new recipe that's supposed to be like a prep friendly, macro friendly sloppy joe recipe, but I'm trying it with ground turkey, so we'll see how that turns out. Hopefully that turns out good. I'll show you guys how I make it. I'll let you know how it comes out. First thing is I'm just going to go ahead and cook the turkey plain. I'm not going to add any seasoning or anything on it yet. I'm just going to go ahead and brown it in the pan. Some plain tomato paste. I don't believe there's any extra salt added in this. Rice is done. I just used that jasmine rice and added some Flavor God seasoning and Mrs. Dash. I didn't add the entire packet at first because once I started pouring it, I realized there's a lot in here, and I didn't want to overdo it first. If I don't need it all, I don't want to use it. So I just did some at first, and it's really good. I'm just going to add a little bit more. I've just been stirring in a little bit of water as I go because it's really thick with the tomato paste. Looks like sloppy joes, right? It smells really good. Ooh. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. I like it. So a little bit of rice that I just made. Mix it together. Oh yeah, I could eat that every day. That's really good. I can get about 4 servings from this, so I'll list the macros at the bottom. Maybe here? Here-ish? Am I close? But I'll list the macros per serving, and the serving size is going to be 1/4 of this. Decent amount. Not bad macros. Pretty good macros. If I don't eat it all first. It's really good. I'm really happy. I'm probably going to start making this like once a week. Okay. I just stopped eating this. There's not going to be any left for tomorrow. And now time for that cookie dough PROYO. So as I already showed you before, I just poured about 8 ounces of preferably unsweetened almond milk. I just have reduced sugar almond milk, vanilla reduced sugar almond milk. I usually use vanilla unsweetened almond milk. They were out, so that's what I got. You don't have to leave it in the freezer for that long. I usually leave it for however long I feel like, because I don't want it all the way frozen. I just want enough so it has like these little icy chunks in it, because the protein that I use really helps thicken it up a lot to give it more of like an ice cream thickness consistency. The freezing just helps a little bit, but if you don't have time to freeze it, then it'll still be good without it. So I got this Synthesix cookie dough, Synthesix chocolate chip cookie dough protein. This is delicious. This is the only one that I've made this with so far because it's so good. It's the only one I want to make it with so far. And I usually do this at night because it's Synthesix. It's casein protein, so it's digested more slowly. So it's good for at night right before you go to bed. So that way then your muscles are like refeed overnight. It's not so good for post-workout, immediately post-workout, because it's like absorbed more slowly. That's better for whey. So if I work out in the morning, I have a whey shake right after, and then after my day I come home, have dinner, and then right before bed I make this because I always want something like really sweet, and that's when I have my weakness. I always want like cookies or cookie dough or something, so that's how this concoction came about. And then the great thing about this is depending how your macros went during the day, it's very flexible, because potentially you could just have this. If you just wanted that scoop of protein in little like ice frozen form, this is really good too. I sometimes macro hoard to have like this ginormous bowl of goodness at the end of the day, but today didn't work out that way. I was on the road for work and I already ate like this Lenny and Larry's cookie, which you know kind of have a lot of macros, so I can't add a whole lot. Okay, so far all we have is that mixed up almond milk with the protein, and then today all I will probably add is this ECPK. I don't know why it's discolored like that. It normally isn't. I think it got wet in my fridge or something. It normally looks prettier. But this protein cookie dough that I always talk about, that is delicious. So I'll chop up like or rip up a tablespoon or two and throw these in there for like live chunks of cookie dough. That really helps a lot. And then if, like I said, if you have enough macros, you can always add Lenny and Larry's complete cookie, like half of that or something. That would be really good, like a chocolate chip cookie. A smushed up Power Crunch bar. I added mint chocolate chip, but pretty much any flavor would be good because these are delicious. And the crunchiness in it was really good. I would love to do that again when I have the macros for it. And also, a lot of times, I add this brand. They have a chocolate chip cookie dough flavor that is amazing. Mix that all together, and it makes it so good. I can't add any of those today because I don't have the macros for it. One day, I'll macro hoard, and then at the end, I'll film like a massive bowl of goodness. But today is just going to be protein with cookie dough, and then of course, I'm going to add some Walden Farms. That always helps it to be really good. And another thing that I do usually add, that I would add today, but freaking out of it unfortunately, is non-fat Cool Whip. A tablespoon or two of that is only like a couple carbs. So that's always easy to fit in. What do you guys think? Is it din-din time?